Here's what's happening now. Rain hanging off just to our west, but it is not going to stay there forever. Find out when our next chance of rain is live from Warren, rather. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, all jokes aside, this is actually a championship season for the Detroit Pistons. I will explain, and these kids will help me.
All right, thank you, Paula. Also ahead, wires down on a major Wayne County road, a truck driver trapped, and a big traffic trouble for a time. But up first, terror in Manchester. New information about the suicide bomber, the victims, and who's claiming responsibility.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karen Drew. It's been less than 24 hours since a suicide bomber blew himself up at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, England. Today, we're following the investigation, the pain and the grief affecting dozens of families. So far, 22 people have died, including an 8-year-old girl. At least 59 people are injured, many of them teenagers. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack, but U.S. officials say that claim has not been verified yet. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says the United States is working closely with Great Britain to investigate the attack. Meantime, President Donald Trump is overseas, but he took time to give a very blunt message to the attacker and terrorists all around the world.
So many young, beautiful, innocent people living and enjoying their lives murdered by evil losers in life. I won't call them monsters because they would like that term. They would think that's a great name. I will call them from now on losers because that's what they are. They're losers.
British authorities have identified the suicide bomber, and a fast-moving investigation is underway to find anyone who helped him or anyone planning future attacks. Devin Skillion is in the newsroom this afternoon tracking new developments in Britain. And Devin, what do we know about the bomber?
Well, Karen, police in Manchester have identified the bomber, 22-year-old Salman Abedi. The BBC reports Abedi's family is originally from Libya, but he himself was born in the UK. Abedi has at least 3 siblings. We don't know yet if police have been in contact with them, but we do know investigators have been making progress on a number of other fronts. They raided the home where Salman Abedi had been living, not far from the arena. They also used what they called a controlled explosion to gain access to another location as part of their investigation. And they arrested a 23-year-old man at yet another residence, though police have not yet determined, or at least told us, whether Abedi acted alone or if he was part of a group or network. Investigators remained at the scene outside the arena this morning as the city of Manchester comes to grips with what happened. The arena seats 18,000 for concerts, and the Ariana Grande performance had just ended when the blast occurred.
All of a sudden, we just heard the huge explosion, the first one. The floor just started to shake. It was just, I've never heard a sound like it in my life, and everybody around me just started screaming and crying, and we didn't know if it was a gunman.
All acts of terrorism are cowardly attacks on innocent people. But this attack stands out for its appalling, sickening cowardice.
At Buckingham Palace, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip, and other members of the British royal family observed a moment of silence to honor the victims of the Manchester bombing and their families as well. And the rest of the world is joining in the mourning of the victims in Manchester as well. In Rome, the lights at the Colosseum and the Trevi Fountain will be turned off at midnight, and the Eiffel Tower in Paris will also go dark at that hour. So a show of solidarity in Europe, which has now been so riven by terrorism in recent years. Karen, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Devin. And our coverage of the terror in Manchester continues. Tonight at 5, we'll have a report from Great Britain as that country deals with this chilling attack. Then at 6, the defenders talk to local law enforcement about protecting so-called soft targets like concert halls and sport arenas. And NBC's Lester Holt reports live from Manchester on Nightly News at 6:30, all right here on Local 4. Also, first at 4, Haggerty Road in Livonia is back open after a concrete truck got tangled in some power lines. Police say just before 2 this afternoon, the truck ran into some wires, kept driving, tore down multiple poles, and then caused a small brush fire. The driver has since been rescued and the fire has been put out. The federal government is suing Fiat Chrysler, alleging the company cheated on emissions tests. It's a claim Fiat Chrysler is vigorously denying. The suit claims FCA put software features in nearly 104,000 Ram pickups and Jeep Grand Cherokees from model years 2014 to 2016. The government says the software allowed the vehicles to emit less pollution during testing than normal driving conditions. Fiat Chrysler says it never intended to cheat, but calls this a disagreement over what is allowed under current rules. 3 people are dead after an apparent double murder-suicide at an apartment in Woodhaven. Police say 49-year-old Sherry Maltop and her 10-year-old grandson Christopher Balzer were sitting on the couch inside the apartment when Maltop's 62-year-old boyfriend shot and killed both of them last night. Maltop's nephew says he'll remember Balzer as a child who always wanted to play.
Bright little boy that loved to play. I mean, he couldn't get enough.
Police say after the shooting, the gunman killed himself. At this time, police are trying to determine what led up to the shooting. New at 5, Coco McAvoy speaks with a woman who lost her son and her mother in this tragedy. What she's saying tonight at 5. The last pieces of steel have officially been placed on top of the Little Caesars World Headquarters right here in downtown Detroit. This morning, Chris Ilitch joined with the president of Little Caesars for the topping out ceremony, which celebrates a huge milestone in the building's construction. The 9-story building will be located at Woodward and Columbia in the heart of the district, Detroit, and is expected to officially open in 2018. Ben Bailey is taking the first forecast on the road today. He is in Warren this afternoon talking about the weather and, of course, weather radios. And exactly where are you in Warren, Ben?
We are in Warren, Karen. I thought we were in Westland, but that was last time. I got to get my Myers right, but that's where we're at for our second weather radio campaign day of the season. We'll talk more about that in a second. I want to show you where the rain is right now, though, on 4 Live radar. It's really hanging out just to our west. You can see a couple of those showers may starting to reach parts of Lenawee County, but generally, most of us are going to stay dry as we get through the night with better chances of rain as we get into the middle part of this week, and probably for the holiday weekend as well. We'll run through all of that coming up. And of course, we are out here at Meijer. This is our second Severe Weather Alert Radio Day. We had a very successful campaign, last one in Westland. Folks have been out here getting radios, our partners with Midland Radio and also with Duracell. And they are going to be giving out free batteries with any purchase of a radio if you come out and see us today. Plus, you get a discount on the price of the radio. More on that coming up in just a few minutes with your forecast, Karen.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Well, many teachers and parents know making math exciting can be a challenge for some students. That's where the Detroit Pistons have been able to help with something called Math Hoops. Our Paula Tutman shows us how it works and how it's paying off with some national recognition.
Okay, so all jokes and all ribbing aside, the Pistons have produced two championship hoops players.
That corner 3 is good, 6-9.
It's a game of great strength and strategy. One that Davion knows well. It takes character, cunning, smarts, raw ability. It's a game of hoops, math hoops.
You got to know your math. You got to do everything right, and then it just all out fun.
I'm still trying to figure out how you guys scoring in this.
Pistons great. Earl Curitan is amazed and astonished by what he sees and hears.
This is a miss, and this is a make.
He knows what it's like to be on a championship Pistons team, and he's excited to be a part of this year's.
My signature spin.
You stole it from me.
Dunk out. Yeah.
Not basketball, but math hoops. Here's how it works.
So I can either pass it to 58 or I can shoot with Steph Curry.
Huh?
As I roll, the 2 numbers are the 2 numbers that go in here. So we're going to add 3, 1, 2, and 2. So either I can shoot here and pass here, or I can shoot here or pass here.
Oh.
So anytime you go inside of there, it's a make. And if it lands out there, then that's
a miss.
Okay. They're able to add, subtract, multiply every number, and they're playing a game, and they're into the game. They don't even realize that they're studying because they're so into what they're doing.
It's not only their math skills have grown, but they've matured this year. Their critical thinking skills have even gotten better. They understand sportsmanship better than they used to.
It's been around for 4 years, but this year, the Pistons actually sponsored for the very first time several teams, and their very first year produced 2 champions, one in Flint and, of course, Davion in Detroit. And Davion will be competing with 16 other students from around the country with his math acumen.
Well, it was just my sportsmanship, because if you don't have sportsmanship when you playing, it's no reason for you to be playing, because if you're going to make the other person feel down, there's no reason you can't feel good if you're making the other person feel down.
So obviously a lot of people are going to wonder how they can get this into their schools. This program is expanding, and I'll put information on my Facebook page, Local 4, Paula Tutman. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Paula. Many families hitting the road for summer vacation. So, do you like using the air conditioning or rolling down the windows? We have expert advice on which one saves more money. And Dr. McGeorge is here today.
Well, Karen, we've covered too many stories about kids getting their hands on guns. So coming up, I'm going to show you why many parents really are overconfident if they think it's not going to happen to their children.
Up first, what the former CIA director says about the Russians and contact with the Trump campaign.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
It's a city where searching for a parking spot is like searching for the Holy Grail. And now it's eliminating parking lots.
It'll cost these businesses, it'll cost our businesses hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Coming up at 6, we'll tell you what the city's master plan is here and why businesses say they feel it's being rammed right down their throats.
All right, thank you, Jason. First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all across America on this Tuesday. Former CIA Director John Brennan says he was very concerned about possible Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Testifying before Congress, Brennan said he was so concerned he formed a special group of agents from the CIA, FBI, and NSA to focus just on that issue. He also said before he left office in January, he knew of alleged contacts between Russians with U.S. citizens connected to the Trump campaign. And he felt that intelligence needed further investigation. The Trump administration is also rolling out the new 2018 budget. It is a bit of tradition to see official documents delivered to Capitol Hill. The budget calls for a spending plan worth $4.1 trillion. The White House calls the budget a new foundation for American greatness. It calls for more spending on the military and border security while proposing cuts to Medicaid, food stamps, and disability payments. Let's talk good health. The combination of children and guns has reached a crisis level in America. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with a new report offering some insight into some of the reasons.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, get this. Across the world, 9 out of 10 deaths from firearm injuries in children actually happen in the United States. So clearly we can be doing better. Now, one issue is simply related to the number of guns in households with children. In different parts of the country, it ranges as widely as 18 to 64% of homes. Now, another element is a lack of realistic awareness by parents who own guns. Almost 40% of parents incorrectly believe that their children do not know where the guns are stored. Now, researchers also say there was a huge mismatch in the number of parents who said that their child would never touch a gun compared to the number of children who actually said they have handled firearms and even pulled the trigger. Now, the report highlights that the most successful community programs in preventing gun injuries have actually focused on providing safety devices in the community to secure the weapon. So it's not necessarily eliminating guns, it's making sure that they are safer.
And they have those devices, and also to get those people either to the facilities that have those devices, because sometimes they don't have the transportation. And that's a whole other issue, so getting out in the neighborhoods and giving them as well. All right. Thank you, Doc. Let's go back to Ben. He's live at the Meijer on Mound Road this afternoon, helping out the folks. Hey there, Ben.
Yeah, Karen, beautiful day out, and I'm surprised that we've got folks inside on a day like today. Temperature's great, the sun shines out there, and we've skipped out on the rain. Numbers are actually a little bit warmer today than what we saw yesterday. We're into the mid-70s in some parts of the area, although here on this board we're at 72 at Metro. Ann Arbor's at 72 and Port Huron at 70. You can see the clouds hanging out there, so it's not quite as bright as what we were looking at yesterday. And there are some showers showing up on the radar. In fact, a lot of those are hanging out to the west. A couple of those starting to reach into parts of Lenawee County. So there is maybe a chance we could get wet in our south and west zones here this afternoon, but generally, I think a lot of us are going to stay dry. Better chances of rain as we go forward into tomorrow. Forecast shows once we get into the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday, that's when we'll start seeing a push of wet weather. And once those showers start, they're going to be hit and miss through the day on Thursday and start to dry out as we get into Friday. So we'll start the extended holiday weekend dry on Friday. But once we get further in, once we get closer to Sunday and Monday, it looks like those shower chances are coming back. Overnight lows tonight will be down into the 50s. We'll go to 56, mostly cloudy. And again, most of us are going to stay dry tonight. As we look into tomorrow, high temperatures very similar to what we're seeing today at 72, but we will be seeing those shower chances becoming a little bit more numerous, especially in the afternoon and evening hours tomorrow. 7-day forecast taking us into the holiday weekend. Temperatures not going to be a problem as we head towards Memorial Day weekend, but there will be chances of rain, and we've got them in there for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Neither of those days are going to be washouts, but we do have a chance of getting wet each of those days as we head towards Memorial Day Monday. So we're warned, and I can't believe there are still people in Metro Detroit that don't have one of these, but we are out here with our weather radio alert campaigns. Our weather radios can be programmed to your county. This is still, despite all the technology that's been advancing in the last few years, still the best way that we think to stay alert for severe weather situations, and then tune into Local 4 to get the information that you need, especially as folks go to bed on nights where there's a severe weather threat. This lets you have the peace of mind to get a good night's sleep and keeps you aware that just in case those, you heard the tone go off behind me, just in case there is a warning, these things will get you out of bed, no doubt about it. So come on out and see us. We're at the Meijer in Warren. Lots of folks are here already, getting their radios, getting them programmed, and getting their free batteries to go along with it. You get a discounted price on the radios, and you can say hi to me and Andrew while we're out here as well. So Karen, let's send it back to you.
All right, sounds very good. Thanks so much, Ben. We appreciate it. Trending stories are next, including a debate that traditionally heats up after Memorial Day. So, is it better to roll down the windows or use the air conditioning to keep cool and save money in your car? We have the advice from the EPA. Up first, remembering actor Roger Moore, the former James Bond, said there was something more important than acting and winning an Oscar. His life after Bond, next.